Oh, dear. I mean, for me, obviously Tom Baker is my favourite. We go back to certain stories during that era. But thanks to the Blu-ray box set, I have gone back to season 19 more since the Blu-ray. So it seems that the internet cut out for this app. It doesn't like it if the internet cuts out or drops at all for a single second. If it drops for even a split second, goes down. I can't use the default YouTube app to do this. So yeah, sorry everyone. I was just saying this app. It doesn't like it if the internet drops for even a split second. But, if connection goes down slightly for even a split second, it just cancels the live stream. Because of YouTube, for some reason, in their app, it will not let you live stream through the app anymore unless you have 1,000 subscribers, which is, again, fucking stupid, because I could do that beforehand, but can't do it now. But anyway, people are coming back, hopefully. Yeah. Because hopefully everything can reel back in, and hopefully everything will go a bit smoothly. Than it did a second ago. I saw that there was a couple of comments that I didn't get to answer. Unfortunately, I can't see them popping up. For those who For those who I didn't get the comments before, if I missed your comment before because the stream went off, then please just post it again. Apologies for that. Just post it again and I will answer it now. But if I missed your question before because the live stream went off, if you just post the question again, I'll answer it now. Because I know there was a couple more questions on the thing that I did miss because the stream went off. Because, the live chat, I couldn't get the live chat back up off the old one, so, yeah, bit weird. So, yeah, I was talking about, obviously, Fifth Doctor, and I was talking about how his era, because of thanks to the Blu-ray box sets, I have gone back to that era more often. Generally, with the Blu-ray box sets, I tend to go back to them more often just because of the special features. The special features bring me back to them, particularly the behind the sofa segments, which are usually very entertaining, apart from when they bring on bloody the season 10 ones. I can't watch the season 10 ones because they're just so uninteresting, because they have people who are currently working on Doctor, and generally the things they say aren't very interesting generally. So yeah, it's much more interesting when you have people who are working around that, during that era, and they knew how things were kind of like. Generally, it's much more interesting with stuff like that. So hello there. So again, sorry if I missed your question. Please just post it again, and I will say it there, because it won't let me access the live feed from the previous bit of the stream. So I don't know what those couple of questions were that were asked before. Or if you've got any more questions to ask, then please do ask them. Yeah. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days. Because this thing, once it gets to, nearly an hour, that's when it just decides, nah, you've live streamed long enough, let's cut it. Oh, dear me. Live stream. But if I go on the thing, it won't let me access it won't let me access the bloody live questions. And I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Anyway, Arthur W. Billing says, would you rather eat a bowl of chips or one drop of dip on a bowl of dip and one chip? Oh, let me read that again. Would you rather have a bowl of chips and one drop of dip, or a bowl of dip and one chip?
I'd rather have a bowl of chips and 1 drop of dip. And the reason is because if you have too much, 1 chip. Now, I'm assuming you mean chips as in, not what Americans call chips, because we call them crisps. So I'm assuming you mean chips as in like fish and chips. So I'd rather have 1 drop of dip because I can still eat the chips. They might taste plain a bit dry, but I can still eat them. A bowl of dip. If I ate a bowl of dip, I'd feel sick. So yeah, I'd rather have the chips with 1 drop of dip. I always love a good movie, rather. No, I meant crisps. Crisps. Same thing. I'd rather eat a bowl of crisps. In fact, I think I've got a bag of Walker's Salt and Shake, which is the only way to get plain crisps in the UK. The only way to get a plain packet of crisps with no salt, no flavouring or anything, just like a little sachet of salt that you can put on it. I'd rather have that. Plus, generally we don't have dip with our crisps. I'm assuming you're American. But we don't have crisps. When we have crisps, we just generally just eat them. We don't tend to have them with dip. Generally. Apart from generally, like if we go to the cinema or somewhere like that, where we'll get some nachos with some cheese sauce or salsa and that. But generally, we just don't. We just eat them as is. Yeah, but I know in America also they do. You could get loads of varieties of different sauces at like any restaurant. And I know a lot of Americans are surprised that over here in the UK we don't generally have as many varieties of sauces at restaurants. And also, I never realised this, but they actually find it a bit weird how at McDonald's, you could get a chicken burger with mayonnaise, yet you can't get mayonnaise as a sauce on its own. Yeah, that is. To be fair, that is a bit odd. That is a bit odd. Yeah. Joseph Gablin says, I would love to do a B&M 3-pack on the Christmas Invasion with the 10th in Pyjamas and Sword, Sycorax and Santa. Dr. 677, hi, just joined, hello. Other Gibby Billing says, will you react to a trailer and tell me what you thought on the live stream? Yeah, go on then. Put the link to the trailer on the live stream and that, and I will react to it. Whatever it is. Yeah, by all means. Yeah. So hello, Doctor 667. You're joining after. Unfortunately, I've already discussed all the B&M stuff in the previous bit of the live stream. So I basically discussed everything I was going to discuss in the first bit of the live stream previously. So apologies for that. But yeah. Doctor 667 says, "LOL. 10th Doctor Peaches will be so cool." Thoughts on Thunderbirds? Never watched Thunderbirds. I've only ever seen brief clips of it before when I was little. Not really interested in Thunderbirds. I did used to watch Captain Scarlet back in middle school. That's because I did a lunchtime school club where we would do various things, and other things we would, sometimes occasionally do is watch episodes of Captain Scarlet. But other than that, never really watched stuff like that. Yeah. But after give you billing, if you want me to react to a trailer on something, then by all means put it in there, and I will react to it. I'm not sure what you're expecting, but I'll do my best. I shall do my best. Oh, and actually, I just remembered a video. I'll be reviewing some TARDIS keys, actually, because I've ordered a 7th Doctor TARDIS key that I got off eBay, and then I saw one on Amazon where they were selling it with a 4th Doctor one as well. So I've ordered that as well. So I'll be reviewing some TARDIS keys, so that'll be coming whenever they do arrive. In fact, I wonder if that was that post. I doubt it. It won't come that quick. But I'll be reviewing them when they arrive. And I also reviewed, obviously, the official 4/8th Doctor TARDIS key from the TV movie. I reviewed that. I think was it 2020 or 2019 I reviewed it. And way back in like 2011, 2012, I reviewed a 7th Doctor and a 4th Doctor TARDIS key that I got off eBay way back when. I think everyone says, wait, I don't think you can get that link. I honestly don't know. Well, unfortunately, if I don't know what it is, I can't really react to it. So if I don't know what the trailer is and you can't get the link, unfortunately, I can't react to it because I've got no idea what it is. Dr. Some, where do you get TARDIS keys from? eBay, Amazon? Just literally search for TARDIS key and they'll come up. Joseph Gavlin says, it'll be cool if the 10th Doctor in pyjamas. Again, I figure, I mean, I would get it, but it's just like, it's not really I want to be craving for. It's just like, yeah, nice enough, but it's not really want to be bothered about. How removable dressing gown, and ye link how gay that sounded, but it's iconic look, so I have nostalgia for the story. What? And ye ick how gay that it'd be cool if I had with removable dressing gown. Okay, 1, I don't think that sounded gay. 2, I'm not sure what you were trying to say in that last bit because ye ick. I'm not sure what that was meant. I'm not sure what you were trying to say there. Yeah. I'm just gonna say okay and move on. Yeah. I know. All right. IK means I know. I'm 22. I'm not hip with it. Who am I kidding? I never was. I was never with it. Yeah. On a completely unrelated note, Blackpool Pleasure Beach is reportedly opening on the 12th of April, which I think is the earliest point where they can actually legally open at the minute. And reportedly, Robbie Williams is interested in buying it because he is friends with people who own Blackpool Pleasure Beach and they've offered to sell it to him. So that'd be interesting. I mean, I'd much rather Robbie Williams bought Blackpool Pleasure Beach than fucking Mike Ashley. Can you see the link there? I can't see any link. I unfortunately can't see any link. What I can do is, if you okay, what I can do is share, copy. What I can do is put the link to my Twitter and you can DM me there. The link if you can't do it that way, but yeah. Dr. Samson, I really hope the Got to Experience reopens again. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I think the problem with it is also just like priorities of things, but also I think they're having a problem finding a building for it as well. So it kind of just depends on whether they can find a building. To be honest, I personally think the Blackpool Museum that was open between 2000 and was it 2005 until 2009 or 2006 and 2009? I can't remember which, but I think that one was infinitely better than anything that came after it because it was actually creepy. I think the modern ones, the modern experiences, and that have lost their creep value, to be honest, and have lost that integral part. Ironically, not having the same sort of experience. Yeah, because to be honest, I remember my trips to the Doctor Who Museum at Blackpool very vividly and fondly, but the Doctor Who experience, I only went to it once when it was in London. And to be honest, while I did enjoy it, it wasn't like it didn't stay in my mind as much as the Blackpool one did. George Gavin says, I also watched The Unicorn and the Wasps. It's a great story. Yep. I also like Creature from the Pit. Oh. Creature from the Pit, where Tom Baker fondles a green penis monster. Yeah, that's Creature from the Pit. Tom Baker gives a blowjob to a green penis monster. And I'm not even exaggerating. We don't want to talk about that scene. Oh, why not? It's the only scene I can really remember from the story. To be honest, I can't really remember anything else about it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of season 17 apart from City of Death. I'll think of you, Billing. If you want me to react to what... Can you just tell me what trailer you want me to react to? What about Sharda? Sharda, the problem with Sharda is it's more of just an average story. The problem is that obviously because of, what happened and it never being finished, it obviously, created this mythic lost story. But to be honest, when you actually, Sharda is a case of it being, overly hyped for what it is. Like, to be honest, like Genesis of the Daleks is a good example of a story being, overly hyped and that. Well, not hyped. What's the word? Overrated. There we go. Overrated. But Genesis of the Daleks is still a good, is still a really good story. Whereas Sharda, to me personally, is just like okay at best. Generally, it's fine. It's all right. But I wouldn't call it anything, massively groundbreaking like that. What do you think of Doctor Who fan films? I tend not to watch Doctor Who fan films. So, yeah, that might give you the answer, to be honest. I mean, it's the reason I stopped doing stuff like that. Why I stopped doing fan filmy stuff. Because generally, no matter what, it will always look pretty amateur and have that sort of fan film thing, which is why I moved on to doing audios, because with audio, to be honest, I think more Doctor Who fans should do audio stuff rather than trying to do fan films, because with audio, generally, you have the ability to do whatever you want. With a fan film, you're limited by, having generally no budget, having very few people who are willing to do it, and also just like limited places to film as well. So many limitations on audio. You generally don't have those limitations. Oh, I have my own fan film. Do you watch Spitting Image? I've no idea what that is. The link has been sent. Okay. Accept. Attack on Titan English dub trailer. Okay, I have never seen Attack on Titan before, but he wants me to react to this.
Hey, I'm Bryce Papenbrook. I play Eren Yeager on Attack on Titan. And what's infinitely better than having a Titan knock down your wall, you ask? This trailer. Enjoy it.
And also, first of all, I never really not interested in animes, apart from a couple. I watch, but generally not really interested in animes. But since you asked me to react to this, then alright, but...
And just like that, everything changed.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the rest of that. I can tell immediately that is not my thing. That is not my thing. Because I really just don't care. I really just don't like the style of anime. I just don't. Sorry. Sorry, but I just don't. Hey yo, in terms of animation, I'm more of an Aardman Leica fan than anything else. It's a comedy, a show of topics on politics. Oh, is that thing with Boris, where they've got the puppet of Boris Johnson? I've seen clips of that. If that's what that is. Alright, fair enough. I have seen a few clips of it. To be honest, I get really bored of jokes on politics. Mainly because it just gets really boring, because they're generally always the same joke. Of ha ha ha, this politician did something stupid. For the billionth time, it's just the same joke over and over again. Just change the person or change the subject, and it's just the same joke over and over again. It does just get boring. Like, Russell Howard used to be one of my favourite comedians. Now, God. Like, literally for the past 2 years, all he's done is done jokes on bloody Donald Trump, which he can't really do anymore, and then done jokes on bloody Brexit, which he thankfully can't do anymore, hopefully. Because it just gets really fucking boring. Like, it's just the same joke over and over again. It was funny the first time. It wasn't funny 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years later. They do Trump as well. Again, I'm just bored at laughing at politicians at this point. It's just... I couldn't care less. I hate politicians. But also, I hate jokes about them as well, because I'm bored of hearing them. Because they're always the same jokes over and over again. But damn it, I was so hyped about your thoughts. Yeah, sorry, but... Sorry, but the only animes I've ever been into is Aggressor and Beastars. Sorry. Oh, but yeah. So, here's the familiar point that a lot of people who watch my live streams will know about. This is the point where I say, okay, I'm going to wrap things up now. If you've got any more comments to say, please say now. There can be literally anything. Otherwise, I'll probably just wrap things up. And normally what that means is I'll wrap things up in another probably 10 minutes or something. But yeah, if you want to ask any more questions, then, yeah, do it now. Because, yeah. And of course, comes component. Do you play Minecraft at all? I can say I have never ever played Minecraft. My brother does, but I've never ever played Minecraft. Ooh, new commenter has entered the field. Doctor Who fan 2004 horror. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Do you think that they are doing a robot? They will also do a Yeti. Well, they're doing the robot, but that's already a figure that they already released. Now, I can't remember whether they made prototypes of the Yeti or not. So slim, but I doubt they'll. If they are, I doubt they'll be coming out this year. So highly unlikely, I'd say. Joseph Cameron says, funny enough, they did a retrospective joke with Trump. As for me, I got more funny each time. Who is your most hated Prime Minister? Well, I can't really talk about, because the thing is, there's only so many I've been actively aware of, because generally I fucking hate politics. I find it really fucking boring, and I find that all fucking lies. But in terms of my most hated, in terms of ones that I've actually been alive for, my most hated is Theresa May. In terms of ones I've been alive for, in terms of British Prime Ministers, there we go. Because she was essentially useless and just lied all the time, and you could always tell when she was lying because she would do this face. She would always do that kind of face whenever she was asked any question ever. Which is when you could tell she was lying. Yeah, other than that, I mean, Boris, I hate talking about bloody Prime Ministers. Boris is like, I think the reason I like Boris more is just because he does seem a bit more down to earth, and sometimes he will say, sometimes unintentionally, something pretty funny. So that's my thoughts on that. And David Cameron can go fuck some pigs wherever he is right now. Joseph Cameron, actually, funny enough, the robot was hinted last year, and I remember seeing in the background. Okay, people have asked this before. The robot that was hinted in last year's video, that was not a hint. That had been on Alduar's desk for years. If you'd seen previous pictures he'd put on Twitter, on various posts that he put on about other things, that had been on his desk for years. Probably since it originally came out, it's been on his desk because it's being one of his favourite figures. Because he's nostalgic, I think, for Dennis Fisher stuff. So that's being on his desk. That was not meant to be a hint of something to come. That had just been on his desk for a long time, and it had recently just moved positions. That just happened to be in shot. That is the reason why it was not a hint. Okay. I know I sounded a bit harsh on saying that, but I've had quite a few people say to me, "Oh, it was hinted at last year." No, it wasn't. That wasn't a hint at. That was just something that happened to be on his desk. Oh, dear, I got a bit lightheaded there. Dr. 667. Wow, how can you drop the F-bomb without YouTube taking your stream down? Let's have a look. Fuck shit, wanker. Masturbation. Doing this motion. Doing this. Doing this. You see, the reason is now that YouTube the reason YouTube is not trying to take me down currently is because I'm not making them any money. Because they can't monetize my channel, because 1, I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and 2, even if I did, they won't anyway, because I am not family friendly, and I refuse to be. Because, to be honest, I will just say whatever the fuck I want. And I've had quite a few comments on across my channels actually saying, "Oh, you don't swear, you shouldn't swear, this is for kids." No, my channels are not for kids. They are not for kids. If kids want to watch them, fine. I don't care. But I will swear if I want to. Because it's my channel, and I don't give a shit. I'll swear as much as I like, because, you know, I'm not going to bloody bend over for anyone. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Anyway, Arthur W. Milling says, I am not having a go, but you explain why you don't like anime, but B-Stars and others you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, just something like, I'm just not a fan of animes in general. And those couple that I mentioned are generally the exception. But even then, it's just like, I feel like it's like, to me, yeah. That's not fan generally. I don't know, maybe because I never grew up with this as well. Like, to be honest, my favourite type of animation is stop motion. Which, to be honest, apart from Aardman and Leica, has generally all but died. I mean, it was never a big thing to begin with, but, you know, apart from Leica and Aardman, no one else is really doing stop motion. So, yeah. Because, like, I'm sick of every animated movie now. Nearly every animated movie now is 3D modeled CGI. Generally, it's all computer animated. And also the styles seem to be the same. Like, look at a Disney movie, look at a Pixar movie, then look at a Sony movie, then look at a bloody DreamWorks movie. They all have the same fucking style of animation, and even illumination as well. All of them look exactly the same from each other. There's nothing, you know, distinguishing about them. They all look the same across the board. They don't have their own sort of style. They're all kind of the same across the board, with bloody big eyes, big round heads. Yeah, they're all just kind of just like the same across the board, which, and I'm not saying it's a bad style, I'm just saying, you know, it's just overly saturated in the market. So, yeah, again, any more questions, just spruce it up, and we'll probably rapidly things here. Oh, just a gobbling. By the way, just to point out, all 2020 have issues where paint scrapes on ball joints. What? Are you talking about Dalek sets? Because, I mean, these I can't really show you, but the ball joints on these are perfectly fine. Generally they are. This one ball joints perfectly fine, and most, and generally pretty much the other ones as well, but perfectly fine. So I guess you know, it's kind of, again, look at the draw, but I mean, mine were fine. So happening to the movie, okay. Again, mine were fine. So again, it's just like the look of the draw. You might get really stiff ones, and you might get looser ones, or you might get this kind of one, which is kind of a nice sweet spot. You rarely get a one that's in a nice. This one is in a quite nice sweet spot where, you know, it's not too tight, not too loose. But again, it does just depend. It does kind of just depend. A lot of people, I remember a lot of people said in the day, put it in the freezer, and that'll, remove the joints between them. I also found though, if you push them inwards slightly, not hard, but push them inwards, that would actually stop the grip. But the problem is why they would have marks is the paint on the ball joints. They would add too much paint, and the problem is the paint would basically go around the rim of the ball joint there, and would obviously then the paint would harden, which would mean the ball joint would get stuck. So generally that's what happens there. I don't know if I explained that very well, but I hope I did. Yeah. But yeah. If that is everything, then hopefully we'll be. Invest $14,000 in 2 weeks. Yeah, no thanks. Because that'd be useless for me. But yeah, that does seem to be the end of the questions and that. So I think now that things are pretty much livened up, I've live streamed that, the second part of this anyway. Okay, one more question, here we go. Garlic's cool, but I like the salmon, but I really want a full-size garlic. Okay. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Thank you for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. When my next one will be, I don't know. I'll probably do most likely I will do a live stream for my 10th anniversary next month in April. But I don't know if I'll do one between then and now. We'll see. End of live stream by doing a dab. I do not do dabs, no. Remember swine flu in 2009? Not really. Not really. Then again, I was only 10 in 2009. But yeah, overall, thanks for the live stream, and I will see you whenever. Bye bye.